Hello Ride-On people. Now approximately 30 years ago I was having a normal ride in the countryside, and I went round a corner and met a truck that had taken a bend too fast and ended up on the wrong side of the road, and it hit me head on. Now I was doing about 60 miles an hour, it was doing probably about 60 miles an hour also, and for those that paid attention in school, that's about 120 mile per hour impact into a brick wall basically. I ended up breaking both of my arms, both of my legs, multiple compound fractures, severed my hip, deflated lung. So I kind of had better days and ended up having multiple operations and having to learn to walk again and so forth. Normally you don't walk away from those kind of accidents. Head-ons are very, very serious, and they're usually fatalities, and they are easily avoided, but it happens. And yesterday we went for a group ride, and one of the riders, Doug, he by his own admission is not the fastest rider of the group. We ride because it's a social group, not because we're trying to break any lap records or anything like that, but he would say he's not the quickest, but he's certainly steady and certainly safe, because we don't let people ride with us who we don't consider steady and safe. He's rode with us dozens of times, never been an issue. Yesterday his brain wasn't in the game a bit, and he made two mistakes. Unfortunately, it turned out just fine. He ended up on making a very bad decision on an overtake, and also he went wide on a bend and ended up on the wrong side of the road. Fortunately, on both occasions, no oncoming traffic, and subsequently I gave him a bit of mentoring, a bit of tuition help. I asked him, would he like me to cut those bits out of the VT, as it were, because I was making a typical ride-on, ride-out video, and to his absolute credit he said absolutely not. I want people to see what an ass I am, and maybe it will just make somebody think, and maybe it will temper their riding or correct their riding, and if that saves one person's life, hey, it's been worthwhile mentioning, right? So full credit to him, and I would say that you know, anybody, any haters in the comments section, before you write something nasty, please just think about let he who is without sin cast the first stone. So if you never made a mistake overtaking a car, if you never crossed the centre line by accident, then you know, by all means you must be superior to the rest of us, and you can write your damnation in the comments. But for those who are a bit more level-headed, just accept the video for what it is, and if you learn something from it, that's great. If you can pass that on to somebody else, that's also great. So I'm going to start off by showing you the two incidences, and I'm going to show you how it happened, and why it happened, and what you can do to avoid it happening to you. And then after that I'll show you just some random VT where we're talking through intercoms. Unfortunately I hadn't got the cable in so that you could hear what Doug was saying, but you can hear my voice to him, and what I'm telling him, what I'm observing about his riding, and then also what I'm thinking and doing as I'm riding as well. A few of you may find it interesting. If you do, you know, like, subscribe if you haven't already, put some comments down below. Always good to hear your thoughts, whether they're consistent with my own or not. But full credit to Doug for wanting this video to go out.
They're expecting it any day, but they don't really know, and as we all know, Ducati are not particularly good at giving out delivery information. They just kind of let you have it when it suits them. So what went wrong? Well, he's too eager to catch up with the rider in front of him instead of riding at his own pace. He's also riding too closely to the truck, so he can't see round it very well. And maybe the truck driver can't even see him in his mirrors. If you can't see the face of the truck driver in your mirrors, then he can't see you. Now he's not looking far enough ahead, decides to go for the overtake. And already, probably at this point, he realises he's going to be on the wrong side of the road as he goes through that bend. And if there was a car coming around that corner or a truck, that's a potential fatality right there. So what did I do differently? Well, I sat well back from the truck and was able to get a good view around it. Truck driver could also see me better. I also made more use of the road so that I could see further around the bend sooner. I'm in absolutely no hurry to overtake. We do have double yellow lines, and even though I've got a good view here, with 208 horsepower and 385 pounds, the pound to weight ratio would be effortless to overtake there, but I'm in no hurry to. So I wait till there's a nice long straight, I build up some power, no junctions, no turn-offs, nothing coming, and look how effortlessly easy it is just to catch up with the pack. No need to hurry. Dougie. Ooh. You scared me there. Do you want me to leave that one out of the final edit? Lesson learned. What did he get wrong? Well, he's a little bit too close. His road positioning could be better. And he's just going too fast and not looking far enough ahead. You see his brake lights flickering, that's giving him oversteer. He could have just let the bike over and he'd got round very easily with minimal lean angle. Now he's not slowing down, he's not regathering his thoughts and composure. He's trying to catch up with the rider in front still and keep with the pack. It's always good to take time out and assess and calm yourself down. I noticed that I meant to mention it at lunchtime actually, but when you do your right-handers, it probably doesn't feel like it, but you're in the middle of the road and you need to be much more near the centre of the road. It'll just make it far safer on the exit. You kind of slow in, fast out, and wide in, tight out. But you see, around that bend there, you're in the middle of the road. I mean, I know you can get round that bend, but if it tightened up, you're in totally the wrong place. You know, you need to be over by the yellow line. That's better. And you peel in later. That's it. So that's the second thing you're doing. You're not looking far enough ahead, and I know that because you're peeling in earlier than me and Jerry. So you're beginning to lean the bike before we do. See, look at where you are there. You weren't even in the middle of the road there on that right-hander. Yeah, you weren't even in the middle of our side of the road, I mean. Yeah, that's much better. Hold it. Now. It's better on the left-handers, but get the apex, right? So the apex is in the centre of the road. I'll go ahead of you, Doug. I'll show you what I mean. So you stay ahead, Jerry. So I'm over here on the yellow line. I hold it. I'm looking as far as I can possibly see out the road. I can just stay here. No need to change. Give up a bit of room because of the car. Now I'm right over here by the white line. I'm hitting the apex here. You are here. You're going through the bend here like this, and that's why you end up going wide, running wide, yeah? Because you are here. You need to be where Jerry is, right here, and hold it till you see the apex. The apex is now here on the right. When I go to the left, I'm looking as far as I can. I'm looking way over there, not here where that car is. I'm looking as far as I can possibly see out the road, because that's where I'm going. And now I'm hitting the apex here. So even though I don't need to, I do it because it's good practice, because you should be doing it. You can do it in your car even, but you should always be doing it, because when the pace ups, it's automatic. You're so used to being over here. I can ride along this line one-handed, no problem at all, right? Now I'm hitting the apex. That's where I should be, and if I wanted to overtake there, I had plenty of room to see. So I don't know, you may be used to riding staggered, but I notice you're often over here. When I'm there, you're often over here, so it's like staggered formation. But that's great in a town centre where you want to keep together at traffic lights or something like that. But out here on the road, just ride where it's safest. So if we went past that crossroads there and you're on the right hand side, truck doesn't see you, pulls out, it's going to hit you quickly. But if you're over by the yellow line, he's going to see you, and you're further away from the danger. So you're in the centre of the road now, centre of your lane rather, but if you're in the centre of the road, that's the safest place. You've got a left-hander coming up, get right over by the right, don't peel in till you see the apex, and then back to the centre. Give up a bit of room because there's a car coming, and then back again to the centre of the road. This is the safest place. You can see the most, you're the furthest away from danger. But this is where you want to be nice and wide. Don't peel in till you see the apex. When you see the apex, move across. And same the other way. Wait. When you see it, then move across. Because if you go too early, that's when you end up on the overrun, on the exit. You end up pushing too wide, and that's, well, dangerous. That's when you end up having a head on. Yeah, beeline it. Oh, it's nice now.
So there we have it. Full credit to Doug for wanting the video to go out there into the ether. If you've learned something from it, hopefully it'll improve your riding, and if not, if it was just for entertainment, hopefully it was mildly entertaining for a few minutes. So make sure you ride often, ride carefully, ride on.